Today I thought I would make some Christmas ornaments. I'm going to do it a different way though. I'm going to pipe them, the colors in. I'm pre-mixed some resin using Bond Crafters, and I'm using some Hobby Lobby glitter. I have blue, gold, red, silver, green, and just mixed it up, and hopefully this is going to turn out. Not really sure. Hopefully I'm in frame. You can see everything. Sorry, a little bit hoarse today. Not much room. Trying a different space with a different light. My resin is already hot. Get these out of the way. Glitter, glitter, glitter everywhere. And of course it stays around even after you clean up. Alright, am I in frame with these? Okay. Normally I just do a cut pour. I'm going to just cut a little tiny bit off here, off of the tip. It's hard to see what you can see here. Trying to look in. Don't want a great big gaping hole. Let me see. How can I do this so it doesn't run out? Is it going to run out the end? It should stay. Give me enough time to cut them. I do want to be able to apply a little bit of pressure. I wanted to wait until it thickened up enough so it wouldn't just pour out, but I could design where it went instead of pouring out and just blurbing everywhere. So if I wanted to do a fine line or a little bit of a design, I could, because normally it's just going everywhere. And I didn't want that today. I wanted to see if I could make it go in different places. All right, I'm gonna start off with the blue and just kind of put it in different areas. I may not talk much. I'm going to try to focus, see what happens. Different areas. It's not going to run too much because, like I said, it has thickened some. So I can set it in my cup and have it tip up, and it won't be running everywhere, which is good. So I can have the open up, and it'll fold in half and not blurb up everywhere. But with this way, when you let it thicken, you can kind of have it go where you want it to go. And it might stay where you want it. I say might. Doesn't always work that way. And then you can set it in your cup like that, and it'll run back down. Hopefully it will not start to get too thick, and then, you know, I won't be able to do anything with the design. Because it'll be too thick. So I don't want that. I did some pretty basic decorations the other day because I was just cut pouring. Didn't really do anything fancy or anything because I haven't made these before. So I thought, I've been thinking about it, and I thought, I'm going to try and see if I can make a design using piping bags. So this is my first attempt at doing it this way. So we'll see how they turn out. And then if need be, you can always add a clear coat if there's, it's not enough and you need to add a little extra, the next day. Or I'm going to turn on my curing pad here and, have it dried out in just a couple of hours. So that will help. So I can add another layer just to top it off. So I just need to top coat it because it didn't, harden, or, I didn't quite level it. All right, let me see here. I am going to have to speed it up a little bit. It's getting very thick in the bag here. That hole is very small. Let me make this a gold star. This is just, the gold is just too thick. One gold star. There we go. All right, gold blue. Let me see. So I'm not very talkative when I'm doing experiments, as you can tell. Let me see. A little red. I just wanted to do a few. I'm not going to make it a long video. This is just an experiment, as I said. Just wanted to see what it would look like to do a few. I'm going to donate these to a church for their fair that they have every year in Hamden, the Methodist Church, to help them raise some money. I've donated some paintings. My mom did a few crafts for them that she's donating. And so I thought I did some ornaments. And I thought, I'd just put a few things in for them. Let me see, green, blue, what do I do with that? Silver, maybe? Yeah, silver. I thought that might be fun to try in a little experiment, throw those in. And then they just sell them, to whoever they just throw a price on, a few dollars or whatever, and it helps people out. So it isn't a get-rich thing, or I'm not trying to, make any money here. anything like that. I don't get anything from it, so it all goes to the church, and so that's fine by me. And I like playing, so I like playing with resin. So, and I'm always up for a challenge. Let's see. What have I got silver and blue? Go put a line here of silver. And then I'll put a line of blue on the other side. And again, total silence for me. I apologize. Sometimes I just forget. It's hard. I got the glare from the resin. And then I've got the light. Ooh. And it's coming at me here. Let's see what we got over here. And it's kind of blinding a little bit. I wanted to do purple, but then I didn't leave myself with enough resin. And I had it all mixed up. And not enough for the purple, sadly. And then I thought, I wonder if I could mix purple in with another color. And I thought, that would not look good. That'd be too Halloween-y almost if I were to do that. So I didn't dare. Didn't dare do that. But the blue and the silver is definitely a Christmas thing. Ooh, shaky. So, has everybody started their Christmas shopping? I'm notorious for waiting until the last second. I've always been that way. And it's not that I don't have the money to do it. Well, I don't know. For a lot of years it was that way. Didn't have the money to do it. So, you always wait until the last second. But then it was about, I don't know, I kind of like the thrill of waiting until the last second. The hard to, get items, I would wait, or I wouldn't wait. I would go ahead and, order that, of course, if there was a list, or if I was going to run out, or, if you knew you weren't going to be able to get it, of course, you would order it ahead of time, that kind of thing. Yes, absolutely. I would not, so my kids would not be messed up or anything like that. I would make sure that they, had their things. But, the big things, of course, you know, I would make sure that we had that. But, you know, the little things, the funnest things to do, I think, are to go and, you know, the things you don't even realize that you want. Those are the things to get for your kids, you know, because you think, you know, I remember them saying that they wanted that, and, you know, they probably didn't even remember that they wanted it. And then they open it and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that you remembered that, you know? And it's like a neat little surprise, you know, that they have that. Now on the other side of that, that's going to look really nifty, because it'll have a little purple hue. I think. Well, maybe not. Just kind of at a loss with this heart thing. My hands are cramping. That's kind of why they're getting really out of shape here, but I will fix it with a tool here. And it's getting really thick resin here. It's getting hard to work with. A little hard to work with. Let's see. Come on, little bag. Come on, work with me. Work with me. I don't know if you can see just how thick that is or not coming out. It's like the consistency of pancake syrup right now. It's wanting to stick to my glove. Good news is that there won't be any bubbles. But boy, it wants to stick to my gloves. Look at that. Fun stuff. All right, now what am I going to do here? Let's put, oh man, that is just going to be a green disc in that star. I'm going to let that heart just reside with that big blob. Put that there. Go around this real quick. This, if it'll let me. Come on out. Just give me a little bit of a rim here with the silver. Come on. Go a little bit more. Come on. Unstick. These look messy now, but I will be able to clean them up. Come on. Okay, now, oh man, let go. Green to the rescue. I am so glad I have gloves on right now. Sometimes when I'm doing piping, I don't put the gloves on. Excuse my hands, I know they're in the way. That. Let's see. I have a ton of blue left. So let's see what happens. Let's make a weird colored heart. I mean, it's thick enough, so it probably won't mesh together. I don't know if I can get around there. That's weird. And then just, I don't know if I can have enough to fill that in or not. But we'll try. Might be a real thin one. But I can always UV resin too. Huh, look at that. Held it up. Let's see. Holy moly. All right. Switch gloves. Then I'm going to get a little stick. And let's see. It's already pretty thick. Let's see. Heat it up just a little bit and see if I can move it. But I think it's going to stay right where it is. I could get out my heat gun and move this, but it's the heart, and I really don't care if it moves, to be honest with you. I'm fine. I'm really shocked at that star, that I was able to pull that off as much as it did. So, oh, that kind of looks like the shape of a heart in there. That's kind of weird. All right, so that's that. I'm going to let it set. I am going to turn my blanket on here, kind of speed dry it, and put that on for an hour, and then I'll hit it up for another hour, and we'll see what happens. But I will check in with you, and I'll put the finished product up as a part 2 later on. All right, so thanks for joining me in my little experiment using piping bags to do this.